up, you guys? It's Mary. And we watch us alike.
Subscribe.
Share.
And comment.
Down below. Because today we are talking about 90 Day Fiance, Happily Ever After.
Yes.
And we are going to get right into it with Michael and Angela.
Yes.
Girl, she sat down there and she was like, well, he's jealous. And then the guy was like, he's jealous of a guy who's hooked up to a dialysis machine 7 days a week, 24/7. She's like, yes. And he just looked like he wanted to roll his eyes.
5 days a week.
Like
7 hours for each day that he's on the dialysis machine.
And he was just like, okay. Like, I mean...
Yeah. I don't know how Angela is supposed to go and help him. I
mean, and then she's like, I need to save this man's life.
Like
and then even Michael asked him, I mean, how do you have the power? Are you going to give him kidney? Your bad kidneys, that I'm sure are all black with smoke. You're going to go give him a kidney? I'm like, what the hell are you doing, Angela? You can't even take care of yourself. Barely. I mean, how the hell are you going to save his life? Are you God? Or are you feeling like you got a God complex because you're sitting down here with this African who you abuse on a daily and allows you to? You're not God. You are... Anyway.
Well, you know, that's the thing.
I'm not going to say what I was going to say.
They always say people have a God complex, but it couldn't possibly be. You know why? Because God doesn't sit out there and abuse people on the daily. Down on people. So I don't know who came up with that saying. But it's not a God complex. Satan complex, maybe?
Hello.
Demon complex, maybe?
Hello.
We need to call it something else.
Yes. Satan complex.
Yes.
Because that's what Satan would do.
Yeah. I mean...
So, I just feel...
It's really sad. You know, but she didn't care. So, Michael has gone to his room.
And then she was all upset with him. She was like... what was it? Because he said that, how do you have power? She was like, I know you're not saying that shit to me right now. Because like, are you serious? How dare you have an attitude with me? Don't get mad at me. What you know is true, Angela. Yeah. How are you going to go save his life? You have the power. You going to snap your fingers and say he ain't got cancer?
Yeah.
Like, child, please.
I think she was trying to finagle her way. Like, she was trying to...
I'm going to save this man's life.
Yeah.
You can't even save your own life.
Yeah.
You can't even go and fix the wrinkles on your gobble neck chin. Yeah. Start there, and then you talk about saving somebody's life. You can't even save your own looks. Like, what are you doing? And then also, I was so cringed out when she was there and they showed the video of like Angela and Michael and he's holding her. She's like, oh, and then all you saw was this. Oh, Michael. All I saw was neck. I was like, how is he sleeping with that thing? My God. And then she even said something that was so wild
like
to me.
She's ugly because of her ugly behavior.
She's ugly inside and out.
Yeah, I mean the inside also comes out to the outside. You know, I mean she's not easy on the eyes. She's not easy on the eyes.
Somebody said the cow that Kimberly got for Usman's mom would be a good match for Angela. And you could not... Actually, you know what? I take that back.
What?
Even the cow doesn't deserve an Angela. Because she probably wouldn't be abusing the cow.
Yeah.
You know who she deserves?
We saw these wonderful cows here.
You know who Angela deserves? She deserves Ed. Her and Ed need to be together.
Yes.
They should be together.
Be a good match.
They're both built the way they act.
Yes. They will be a good match for each other. Actually, they will both deserve each other. Yes.
And then she also said some stuff that was really wild to me, which also proved my point again. Yeah. Where I'm sorry, you guys, I'm like sweating so much. But
that's okay.
No, because my shirts. But she said something that I thought was very interesting.
Yeah.
She says that I'm always leaving, so the fact that he's leaving makes me feel like, oh shit. This is something he finally can't take from me. So she's like, you can just take all this abuse. You have just taught her, Michael, that how to abuse me and how to walk all over me. Yeah. I don't care what you do.
Yeah.
She is actually shocked that you're talking about leaving.
Yeah.
So she's there saying, yes, 111. She is there saying that she is not going to go. But I think she's going to go on low. I don't trust that lady.
I mean, she will go and then tell you after the fact. And what are you going to do about it?
Not a damn thing. But let's talk about Kim and Usman. So she is dragging Jamal to Niger.
Yes.
And she says Jamal needs to accept the child because she's probably going to be having him babysitted because she does not want to raise another child. Mom, this is your life. You want to go and marry some African dude who's like 20 years younger than you, and you want me to help you raise a child? You won't do that shit by yourself. Matter of fact, you should get a nanny. I'm sorry. Do not sit here and think I'm going to move to the States because you have decided to be in some degenerate relationship that I don't think is good for you anyway.
I don't even like Usman like that. I know that's what Jamal is thinking because when they were kissing, he's like...
He said I threw up in my mouth.
You always say that. So maybe it's a Gen Z thing.
I think it's a Gen Z thing. I stay saying I'm about to throw up in my mouth. But no, I mean, I love my mama. But I mean, if I don't support the relationship, don't think I'm gonna sit down here and help you raise a child that you don't even want to raise, and then you want to put it on me. She don't want to raise no child.
I have a brother.
Okay, that's your husband's brother's child.
I really think that's Usman's child.
Yes.
And even though he was there telling the brother, I want to have Mahadia, he's like, because maybe he's thinking,
well, that wasn't his brother. That was his
child
friend.
No, they showed the preview.
Oh.
When he tells him that, in fact, the wife was there too. And he says, I've been thinking about having Mahadi and raising. The brother said, And I'm thinking to myself, maybe the brother is like, if that was Usman Shah, maybe he's thinking, wait a minute. When you came with this baby for me to raise, and you said this is going to be my child, and everybody's going to know this child is my child, now here you come, and you want the baby. No. That's why he was like, Like, I really think that's Usman Shah, because he made some comment to Angela and was like, I mean, here, we don't even really have to go through adoption. He'll just be my child. That's because Usman, I believe he's already your child.
But we know somebody here who is an older woman who has a daughter but she actually is raising the daughter as her own daughter.
That happens. Like I have an aunt. I have an aunt who had her daughter had a child like when she was like. She wasn't married, so for the aunt was feeling like really like ashamed or whatever, like she and her husband, and so the husband was like, look, at the time my aunt was like in her 60s, the husband was like, look, we're just gonna say that you had this baby, you're pregnant, and this is gonna be your baby, and they said the wife had this baby when she was 63, and the husband he's like almost 80 at that time, but he's much older than his wife. And we had this, late time baby, and they raised the baby as their child. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we have seen people do that before. In this particular case, though, the child that I saw the brother with, he seems like a really young child.
Yeah.
He looks to be no more than 4. That boy. He looked to be no more than 4 to me.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking maybe it's Usman's child. That's what I
Probably.
think. I wouldn't be surprised.
No, I don't think anybody would be surprised.
Usman's child. Angela. And if the 4-year-old having to take care of her, that's a lot of work.
Yeah. Absolutely.
At your age. And how old is Angela? Did you say she's in her 50s?
Yeah.
And now what? Jamal gotta go, and the boy gotta be following him around.
I did not sign up for this. I don't even approve of the relationship. You gotta be smoking some good stuff, mama.
And it's so funny when the friend was like, I mean, Angela should be happy because he's foregoing a wife, a second wife, I mean, to go adopt a child, And then the thing is, when Usman was talking about the whole child thing, that one of his friends could not look at him in his eyeball. He couldn't even look at Angela and her son. His eyes were down like, as if to say, and he did not seem surprised about the child. Like, none of them seemed like, wait, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's as if they already know that this is Usman's child.
Yeah.
It was suspect, what do you all think? It was suspect to me as I was watching.
Yes. But let's go ahead and talk about Summit and Jenny.
Oh, Summit.
Well, they had decided to meet with the family. The mama did not come, of course, and neither did her sister. But the daddy, the brother, and the sister, they came. And immediately, Jenny's daughter's like, I need you guys to be open. Like, open your hearts. Like, there is surgery
kind of love.
to this kind of love. You know, love is love.
My mom is older than your mom. And
older than his wife. The father's wife.
Even though her mom, Jenny's mom, no, whatever, this daughter's, I think this daughter's called Christine.
Jenny's daughter.
Even though Jenny is older than Sumit's mother. And Sumit is younger than Jenny's
daughter.
Please open your heart. Or what? He's like,
this is not our culture. In Americas, where y'all accept all these relations, we don't accept these here.
Them. Yes. Yeah. He's like, no, and they're calling us. I don't know who these people are that you keep on picking your phone as they're insulting you.
It's but like when you were in, you know, culture, like when you grew up, you know, you have friends, you have neighbors, and all this stuff, you know, for gossiping culture. And
they will call. They'll get all up in your business.
Yes.
It's not like in America you can tell people stay out of my business.
And
here,
they will
it's their business. They feel as though it's their business.
Because it's all family oriented.
Like, oh my God, how could she do this? Like, you're like,
America isn't that family oriented, but it is like in different cultures, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, when somebody's cussing you out because, hey, your child is living foul.
We have to listen to that.
So, no, we can never accept it.
Yeah.
Girl, this is not America. You are sitting down here thinking that love is love. In some cultures, love is not love. Love is a business transaction.
I know, marriage is a business.
Yes, and that's how it should be. You know, because not everything is love. Because when you cursing your man out because you've had to pay the rent for the past 3 years and he's still smoking a cigarette and he ain't got no job and you there slaving away trying to provide for him and you, it's not love, it's love. At that point, it's money and you are not being a man. And I'm sitting here having to provide for a grown-ass man. So no, the love and the respect goes out the window.
It's not even struggle love, it's just struggle.
Exactly. So no, love is not love. Okay, love and marriage is a business transaction. That's how it should be looked at. Marriage should be looked at in 360. One, this woman is going to be my grandmother to my children or whatever. You have to think the family, we have to have a good relationship with the family because that also, the thing is, the family was there before you guys fell in love. So that dynamic has to be good as well. There's so many different factors that come with marriage.
He can't have a child, although, has he even told Jenny that he wants to have a child? Do you remember last time he spoke to the aunt?
He hasn't said anything.
Remember he spoke to the aunt and he said, oh, now he thinks maybe he has to have a child?
Yeah.
Did he say how he was going to have this child?
I don't think he's even mentioned it because I don't think he's actually going to do it, if we're being honest.
I feel young men who go for older women who cannot have children anymore.
They probably don't want the responsibility.
They don't want the responsibility. That's how I feel. That's why they go for the older woman. They don't want to be bothered with all that young wife stuff and having to go get dowry for the young wife.
Exactly.
And having to be accountable to parents. And all of that. And having to have children that they have to raise. These men don't want any of that stuff. That's why they go for older women. But I think with Usman, that's a different thing because I think Usman already has a child. And I think Mahadi is his child. That's what I think.
Yes. But so, that's what's going on with them, whatever.
See what happens next time.
But Jenny did say, hey, that they're moving to America. Submit said nothing. I think it's one or two things.
He wants to see. Shocked, he says.
Yeah, he said he's shocked.
He didn't say anything.
He didn't say anything, but I think one reason why he didn't say anything is either one or two things. He's thinking, okay, let's use this as a trump card to get my family to stop acting this way towards me. Or two, he actually wants to go. Maybe he's like, okay, hey, let me see what's on the other side. You know. Yeah. So maybe there'll be a better life over there. I think it's one of those two things.
Jenny, be careful taking Sumit to America. Because he just might dump you there. Find somebody else.
Yeah.
After he gets all his papers and his money straight.
Yeah.
He might dump you like a bad habit and go for some other woman who can give him another lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know, an older woman who can give him another lifestyle.
Yeah.
A better lifestyle than you can on your fixed income.
Yeah. But let's talk about Shahida and Bilal. He decided I'm going to take on a helicopter ride because I want to show her romance. I want to show her that, hey, we need to experience other things before we have a child.
Yeah.
You know what you should have did, Bilal, with your lying ass?
Off of her bucket list.
What you should have did is you should have went and married a woman who was in her 20s. Or somebody who's in her early 30s.
No,
that's what you should have did.
A woman his age, in her 40s. That's what he should have. Or
well,
a woman who doesn't want to have children.
Yes.
A woman who already has kids.
Exactly.
And doesn't want any more kids. That's who you should have married.
Well, yes. Either it could have been a younger woman or it could have been a much older woman who was done with having kids.
Because you don't want kids.
But I feel like the thing is, if you're willing to do all this travel stuff or whatever, then you should have been with a woman if you want kids, you know, hypothetically, which I don't think he does. But hypothetically, if he did, you should have married a woman who is younger, who wouldn't mind traveling and waiting 4+ years to have kids because she's young. Or you should just gotten with a woman, like you said, who's older, who doesn't want kids, who also looks good, who probably looks like she's in her 20s, who keeps herself up. Mm-hmm. But you married a woman who said she wants kids.
Yes.
You married a woman who said that's her top priority.
Exactly.
And you have completely ignored her. And you're now talking about how, I'm doing all this stuff and I'm doing this for you. And
like, what have you done for me?
But you are a mother. You are an imam.
God.
You already know that what you're doing, any man can do it.
The man.
God says protect and provide. That's in the Quran. You want a cookie for what Allah has told you is the basics of being a husband in Islam?
Sure whatever she's doing at home is what she's supposed to do as a wife.
She's putting up with you. That's enough. That's what she's done
we
for
already
you.
Saw this
she's
woman
put up with
on
you
her hands and knees to wipe up some water from the wudu that she made after cleansing herself so she can go to have prayer. You had her on her hands and knees to wipe up the water. Like, foolishness.
And this, like, you're
instead
gaslighting
of you looking
her.
at that water and being like, alhamdulillah, look at the water from the wudu that my wife went to do because she has to go make prayer. Instead of you look at that and say,
she's
alhamdulillah.
Praying over me. She's praying over our home.
Look at this water that she has spilled on the floor.
Accept her prayers. Accept what she said. Bless her for blessing my home, for bringing peace,
the rag?
for bringing
love. I will wipe up the water. Thank you, Allah, for me having a pious woman like this because she's praying for our household.
Yes.
This man is not an imam.
No. He can't be.
And whoever is part of that mosque
needs to leave.
To write to have him removed as imam. After I saw
please
this,
find what mosque he be preaching at because I'm going to write a letter.
After I saw this episode, I said this man cannot possibly be an imam.
Serious gaslighting.
He talked like a man in this world.
Yes.
He didn't talk like no imam. You're asking this woman what she does. You can't see and understand what she's doing in the home.
Degenerate black male pathology. That's what that was.
God.
What do you bring to the table? I'm doing all this for you. Degenerate black male pathology. That's what he just spouted out.
He reminds me of those black men that Cindy talks about. Cynthia G, she's this lady, she talks about like a black man pathology, which I had never actually even heard of until I watched her show. And I was like, it helped me to understand. You know?
Not that all black men think like this.
Of course we know that, but a lot of them. And I mean, it helped me to understand. And I just could not believe what this guy was uttering from his mouth. You
want a cookie for doing what every man should do for their woman?
And you should know that as an imam. You should know. And how did I let this... And I all this time I've been saying, well, they're married, let that make you work. But now I am right there with you. She got to leave this man.
I said this from the beginning.
You did. And
because I saw his degeneracy from a mile away.
I was still trying to rock with, maybe they can work because now they're married. Obviously, she wants to be married to him. But Shida,
it was so sad because she was like, "You think
it's not going to work?" This man is in his 40s talking like this,
and he's on male birth control pills. That is such a punk move. You're taking male birth control from your wife and you're married.
Who's at home, what she's bringing to the table, and you're asking her, what has she done for you? The fact that she's there each day.
You married her.
The fact that she's there each day, she prays. She makes her 5 daily prayers. We saw that. She cooks for you. We saw that.
She's opening you up to yoga, to new spiritual enlightenment things.
I mean, like she's in terms of your health.
She's caring about you. She's loving on you. She's trying to build something beautiful.
She's keeping that home for you.
The fact that she even wants to have a child for you is a blessing.
And all she wants is a child. And you don't want to give that to her, which is anti-Islam also.
Yeah.
Because you're not supposed to keep yourself away from your wife like that. You're not. You're not supposed to keep yourself away
like he's a woman.
From your wife like that. And that should have been something that you both had agreed on. Like, you have not protected this woman. You're not fulfilling what you're supposed to do as a maintainer. This man, like, just shame on you. You're not supposed to be an imam. You're not. Not with this behavior. Not with this thought process of the world. There is nowhere in your statement that I didn't even see Quran in there. I didn't even see Islam. Like, who are you?
Yeah.
You know, I was blown away. He blew me away. I was blown away. I would just tell Shida, you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
You're totally wasting your time.
Because you're not 100% in because you're threatening me, you're putting an ultimatum, then you're saying I do everything for you, then you're trying to gaslight her.
I know.
And then she's like, you don't think I don't, she actually told him, you think that I don't think about kids when you're on that little helicopter ride? Like, you're trying to give me everything except for what I truly want.
Yes.
And I feel like, Shida, you should have given him a week to let you know. Yeah. If not, get the hell out.
Maybe 3 months, 6 months, or 9 months. Even 9 months? Of that shows you're wobbly.
Yes.
He's like, okay,
whatever.
9 months. He's playing games.
She should have said, listen, you have to the end of tonight to let me know. You spend some time by yourself, I'm going to spend some time by myself. You need to let me know tonight or it's over.
So you don't even have to tell him what he needs. Just this, I need the answer from you. And you go on about your business. But this man, he's actually not for you, Shida, and I feel bad. Because you married him, but the way you married him, you're going to have to get out of it. Yeah. And you got to be in prayer and get out of it, sis. Because he doesn't even speak like a man of God. That's my whole thing. No. He doesn't even speak like a man of God. Like, I am ashamed that this dude is an imam. I don't know how you guys let this man be an imam of the mosque. I don't even know how you all in the masjid allowed this to happen.
Probably with his lies and his manipulations. But yeah, so that
because
was
he's
just
going to poison the whole mosque.
Yeah,
with the men, like he's going to be telling them this weird stuff that has nothing to do with Quran.
Nothing. But yeah, so that was very sad.
It was very, very sad. And then when we found out that he was popping the pills, he was doing the contraception. And that's why Utrice was right. She said like, it's evil.
He does not want a child.
He does not.
He does not. A man is popping male birth control.
He's like,
really?
You ain't got to do this. I got it. I'm going to make sure I don't. That's why I wonder.
He has a vasectomy. And then he went and lied and said, have we not talked about having kids multiple times? Have we not had these discussions?
No. And she says you've not had a conversation after she went to the doctor.
And then he's like, out of everybody that he has ever known, you're always changing. She's not always changing.
Out of someone he has ever known, like he was gaslighting her. She
has always said she wants a child.
Her. Yes.
She has always said that. You are the liar. You are the manipulator. You are the one that was sitting down behind a white wall, trying not to tell her what money you made, but you were going there in Louis Vuitton bags. Yeah. And then you're there lying, talking about how, we need to see if this marriage is going to work. When you've already had sex with her, and you've already had a Muslim marriage, which is the one that actually truly matters, because you're both Muslim, and you're supposed to be an imam. Yeah. So really, the American marriage, that's for finances. 90 day
and all that stuff.
But you've already had sex with her. And
you guys have already had the marriage anyway.
Yes.
You guys have already consummated your marriage. You've had the nikah ceremony and all that. I mean, and then you came here and all of a sudden you're like, well, I don't know if this 90 day doesn't go through, if we're even going to get married.
Hot mess.
He's a deceiver. He's so deceitful. He's so deceitful. And what she needs to do, she needs to seriously be in prayer. There's no point in you having your tears and being all emotional, Shida. It's not even worth it.
Yeah.
Just, thank God, thank Allah for what you have now, that you have your health. Thank Allah for that. Thank Allah that you don't have a baby with this man. You don't want to be tied with
want
you
the
don't want to
child.
be tied to him. You got to wash your hands. If I were you, I would have just told him, I need you to tell me whether we're gonna have a child or not, and you don't have to give him any timetable. Start packing up your stuff on the day he goes off to work, and just tell him, I need a ticket.
Back
I
to
am
Trinidad.
leaving. I'm going back to Trinidad, and this is over.
Yeah.
Because you will not talk about a baby, and you're wasting my time. And I just feel bad for her because, like, they got together, consummated their marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Girl.
And I just feel bad for her. But you know something? It can get worse. I promise you. It can get worse.
Real quick.
And you don't want to be tied to someone like this at all for any length of time. You really don't. You know, even that whole prenup thing that he did, all of that was a red flag too.
Yeah.
You're an imam, you're having a prenup and all this stuff. I don't want you to come take my stuff. He's always been about things. Treated her like a thing.
Yeah.
All the stuff I've done for you. What have you done for her? It's like you met her in a house. So I expect you to put me in a house when I come here.
Yeah.
Like,
I had a business.
I had a business, so I expect you to do that. And it's like she had to stop all of that. And I really feel bad for her. But you know what would be really wonderful 90 Day? She breaks up with Bilal and you guys still continue a story with her.
Yeah.
That would be wonderful. We would love to see her story, meeting somebody.
Well, I'm sure they will. They'll probably put on the single life.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
But usually they do the person who was there, not the other person. But it would be nice if you did that for the other person.
Well, I think they do all of them because they even do the foreigners. Like Natalie, that Russian girl, and she was with that that fat guy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Like
that's
she's
right.
on Single Life.
On Single Life. Yeah, we would love to see Shida on the Single Life without Bilal. I would love to see that.
Yeah. But yes, Ed and Liz. Liz is working full time. Her baby father, he has been reinstated. Yeah. So
she wants the daughter probably to come. She wants to.
She
show
doesn't want the
stability.
child to be out of the country, so they have to go and renegotiate terms because apparently the father has full custody.
Yeah. So she has to prove that she's stable.
Which
So
she's
Ed-
not, and she says she wants more from Ed and for him to do this and do that. You guys are not stable. He's not emotionally stable. Neither are you. Let the child go out of the country. You are not in a stable position. You want to go and buy a home with Ed. He's talking about let's be partners, and he's looking at
Oh, not
a
even
one.
married yet.
I
Why
know.
don't
You're
get
looking at a
houses?
$1.2 million home when he doesn't even have funds, but he's there the whole entire time shading you. Oh, I have taste. I used to be in architecture. Oh, I'm looking for metal, windows, glass. I love the layout. Listen, I had friends who went and they actually went to college at SCAD for I think it was architecture or it was architecture design. That's not language they're using. That's not a language that they're actually using.
Yeah.
Ed. Like you literally went to sound intelligent, but you just
not
sounded
an
dumb.
architect, but
You're
he's
not.
just trying to put her down because obviously maybe she has not graduated from college. I don't know, but he's just
Anybody
filled
could
with
pick
it.
up architectural digest and learn some words. You weren't even using any serious terminology.
Yeah.
I'm looking for metal, windows, locked to glass.
There's
locked
a one
and locked to
point
glass.
the realtor actually rolled her eyes to the back of her head.
Also, you really wouldn't want to have a house with a whole bunch of glass. You know why? Because you have a child that's going to be living there, you idiot.
But not only that, he says, you know, when she tells him how much the house is, he says, well, yeah, I do have 20, I will be able to put down 20%, but not of that amount.
You looked in the house and you knew it was out of your budget.
And I thought to myself, I said, Ed, you don't have...
She probably looked at your short self. Probably looked at what Liz was wearing and knew this was not a serious thing. That's why she didn't really talk that much.
She had her eyes rolled over. One time he was talking and she just rolled her eyes. It's like, well, damn, this realtor is not trying to sell this house.
She's not, because she knows that she looked at these two people and said, oh, they both ain't got money.
Oh, boy, I tell you.
Yes.
Ed. But even in all that moment, he was trying to put her down.
Yeah.
And Liz just cares about a 4-wall and a roof. I look at other things because I have taste. And you could tell that she kind of looked at him like... So he does these little things that he just kind of picks on her. Picks on her like a bird picking at a worm. Just picks at her. You know?
He's
And
such a waste of
It's
space.
tough. It's just tough watching that.
But she wants to work it out and have a home and all this stuff. You guys are not emotionally stable.
No.
Like, wake the
You're
hell
not,
up,
he's
Liz.
not. So,
Just let your child go out of the country because you are not in. Like, I feel like she said that her whole entire mindset changed. Yeah, you realized it was time for you to be a mother and be responsible. She realized she had kids.
You don't have stability.
But she still wants to be waiting on Ed. I was hoping she would break up with his dusty self.
Yeah.
But she did not.
I didn't think she was going to break up with him.
And he's already looking at home. She hasn't even started working full time yet. And now you're talking about you want to move out of San Diego. What job you going to get, Liz?
He said, it seems as though she's helping him with rent at his house with a little part-time that she has.
The man ain't even got money. You're taking all this abuse.
You
Child,
know,
please.
And then on top of that too, she wants to have this full time. But if they move from San Diego, where is she going to work?
I have no idea. But it's another dumb decision. We need a fresh start. Just because you move somewhere doesn't mean that your habits are going to change.
Exactly.
You're still moving there with an abuser, and you're still moving there with your degenerate mindset.
Yes, exactly.
So problems will follow you.
Exactly.
So dumb. So dumb. Please spare that child your insanity and Ed's insanity, and let her be with her daddy out of the country. The fact that the father, in most states, the gender that did not even birth the child, has full custody, lets me know all I need to know about you, Liz. Everything that I need to know has been decided in my head.
But I thought she had 2 children.
I bet that one got full custody as well.
But we've never seen these kids with her.
What the hell is going on?
I don't know, girl.
Yara and Jovi. Yara is tired of living for Jovi, this degenerate. She says that you need to let me just be happy and be here in Europe and just do something for me for once. I've given up my life.
I've been thinking about this for years. Let's have a baby.
No! Out of nowhere, he didn't even process what she said.
For years, he's been thinking about it. Your baby's 2. What years?
He disregarded what she said.
Yes.
And said, "Child, let's have a child."
Yes, I've been thinking about this for a few years now.
2 years?
Your child is 2. What is the few years you've been thinking about another baby? Mila is only 2.
And God forbid they actually have a child, because that child has a full-time job.
And after,
the baby now going to have to make your relationship stronger. I just got here. I can't even talk. I can't even wipe my rear end. And you want me to help your relationship?
Latch up to the nipple. And here you are. I need to bring you all together. Bruh.
Crazy. That poor child. I hope she locked it up and she don't have sex with him, because the next time they have sex, he going to make sure that she pregnant. He going to fake and act like he's coming out of her, and he would have finished all up in her, and then it would have been a mess, and she going to be looking like, how am I pregnant? So
he going to do all kinds of things.
But she said, which I thought made sense,
yeah.
She wants to be in Europe for 6 months of the year, and then in America 6 months of the year.
I know.
Because you're gone anyway. I mean, you're not around, Jovi, so please.
Yeah.
So I think that's fine.
Yeah.
But I feel like she should just stay away for a year.
Yeah.
And then get some sense and leave him.
Yeah.
Because as soon as the man, you want to have another baby, but my breasts look like tube socks.
I know.
You will never touch me again.
You'll never see my breast again.
Let to my man.
Breast to myself.
No, you're not gonna see nothing. Cause let you not go and talk about how my vagina is loose. So no. No, you will not see any inch of me. You will never see my breast again. No. And now you want me to birth another child so they can look more like extra saggy tube socks.
And then he'll start saying, "Oh, your tummy is sagging. This is sagging. Your bottom is sagging.
Oh my God, everything is sagging. You look like an old woman." How old are you? Yes. You're not 20 anymore? You look like you're 80.
Remember, he was even trying to talk about her age or something, and she's younger than you.
She will never see my body again. Somebody else will see it and appreciate it.
She said, just as I'm trying to get myself together and all that stuff.
You want to have me barefoot and pregnant at home when you're never there? Crazy mother effer.
Yeah. And she's working. She's making money. I don't know what she does, but she works and makes good money, because she said she had, what, was it $200,000? To go buy this house.
Yeah, buddy.
I don't think he thought she had that much money.
No, not at all.
And I'm sure he's thinking, wait, but that's not in our bank account. And she's like, oh, my bank in Europe, that's the one I have still.
Yeah, buddy. But yeah, you guys, I think that was everything. We're almost at 40 minutes.
Okay.
So, it's Mary.
And Amma.
You might just like,
Subscribe.
share,
And comment.
down below your thoughts.
Bye.